Hello, my lovelies, and welcome back to Lilly Loves Tarot. I do appreciate you. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are going to talk about one of Lily's gems. That's right, Lily's gems. These are themes that I find recurring in tarot readings. And you know what? I got time today. So we are going to delve straight into one of these themes. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. I do appreciate you. And for those of you who are returning, welcome again. I want to let everyone know that this is a channel for healing, inspiration, and encouragement. And here on Lilly Loves Tarot, we do what? Live our best lives. So, my lovelies, let's give each other a hug. That's right. Someone here, we need hugs of encouragement for the journey that is in front of us. So, my lovelies, what inspiration do we have to talk about today? This is very common. What I'm getting ready to discuss, I'm sure that a lot of you can relate. For those of you who cannot, I'm happy for you. And I will say, keep living, because most likely you will come across this type of energy. So let's get into it. What you see isn't what you get. What does that mean? One of the common themes in the tarot when I have done tarot readings is we see the dynamics of a couple love relationship play out. And it is so interesting because when I'm looking at the energies of both parties, and these are love readings, so let me be specific here for this message. There is usually a tug of war. A tug of war to be seen, to be loved, to be heard by each individual person. And in the tarot, you will see the needs of the two individuals and actually how they correspond from the beginning to the middle to the end. Even when I am doing a reading on those who are coupled, or if I am doing a generic reading and I am just doing a reading on the energies of the collective or on an individual sign, because there's always a message there for someone. So I've always said, if the messages do not resonate with you, it does not mean that it's not a message for someone. Because remember, we are all on a different journey. And that's why I have consistently asked my lovelies to check your placements. So, what does that mean? What you see isn't what you get. Unfortunately, for a lot of us out here in the dating world, even for those of you who are coupled, you could be living with the person that you love. You could be married to the person that you love. But this theme still holds true. Who are you really with? Who are you really in a relationship with? Do you know? Or are you being tricked and treated every day? The Ace of Swords, clarity, the truth, acknowledgement, reality. It can bite and it can hit a lot of us when we are not paying attention to the person that is in front of us. What do people get when they get you? We can flip it, right? Who are you really married to? Who are you really coupled with? Who are you really dating? I would say that it is, in a way, a Game of Thrones. And what I mean by that is there are two people who are coming together. They are bringing their past with them. For some, we have heartache, burdens, trials, tribulations. A lot of us are still on a healing journey, still trying to figure things out. But what happens when you have done all that you can do? You've tried to heal a broken heart. You've come out of a wicked and dark place. And you're trying to find your way through the storm of life. Who is real and who is fake? Who can you really trust? As the old adage says, who are you really with? Because this becomes a very important question. When we first meet someone, a lot of us will say to you, it's the idolization phase. We have butterflies, nothing's in our ears, we're enjoying each other's company. And that's great because you're in the getting to know. But what if you are not really getting to know a real person? What if you are really getting to know a mask? This energy will usually show up in the tarot as the magician. What does the magician do? Create illusions. Crossing with the devil. Deception. You would be surprised that in a lot of readings that I do, this energy shows up right away. There are others that I've done, and the energies will show up a little bit later in the reading. But no matter where they show, it is deception. And it is the deception of the most wicked kind. Because, my lovelies, it does play out. And for those of you who have been the beneficiary of deception, of lying and cheating, of wickedness and dark places, of masking, of ghosting, you will be able to relate to what I am saying. A lot of the readings do not show up like this in the beginning. I would say for a lot, half and half. But the person is usually, with the Two of Swords, blinded. Because a lot of times we enter into connections in our own heads and in our own fantasy of what we want, or what we really want things to be. So a lot of times we are not really looking at the person that is in front of us. We are looking at our own illusion of what we want the person to be. Although the person right in front of us is screaming lies, cheating, and deception. For some of us, if we were honest, we would say something wasn't right, something was off. I just could not gauge exactly what it was, but I just had a feeling. Your feeling is energy, because energy does not lie. Usually in these situations, the Six of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, someone is juggling. And for a lot of people, you don't give yourself credit, and you actually are feeling those vibrations. And the vibrations and the energies are that you are not the only one. So either there is an interference, third party. A third party can show up as the Three of Cups. It can show up as the Five of Wands. It can show up as the Devil. But it's usually when I am seeing the energies of two people who have come together in some kind of situationship, however you want to define it, because I will tell you there's different strokes for different folks. And I have seen it all kinds of connections. I've seen harems play out in tarot readings. I've seen all kinds of multiple players play out. I am not to judge, but I will tell you that there are those who are very aware of what they are involved with, and they have the approval of the other person's behavior traits. Other people do not. They are totally in the dark, and they will tell you it is not what they signed up for. And that's where the betrayal takes place, especially if you believe that you're in a monogamous connection. If you believe that you are the only one, to find out that the other party has been juggling you with the village the whole time. What do you do when what you see isn't really what you're getting? The person is usually telling you what you want to hear, future faking, so that they can get to a certain destination with you, so that they can get certain benefits from you. Because the reality is, if they told you the truth, if they told you that your perfect attendance didn't mean anything, if they told you that you were in rotation with 5 other people, they know you would run and hit the exit. So to keep you in play, to keep you deceived, to keep you blinded, they breadcrumb you and give you fodder here and there. They give you just enough to keep you hooked. But for the discerning person, your spirit is going to yell at you. Yes, it will. And you will know immediately that the energies are not congruent. And that is why, for a lot of times, when I am doing readings, especially personal readings, after the reading is done, I have had clients say to me, I just wanted to give the person the benefit, or something just didn't feel right, or I knew this was going on, but I was hoping that the person would change. I was hoping that the person would choose me. I was hoping that I would be the one getting married at the end of the year. I was hoping that I would be the one that would get the ring. But whatever situation you find yourself in, I would state that for the majority of my experiences from being a reader, tarot reader, is that a lot of my clients have said to me, and it also plays out in generic readings, that someone was dealing in deception from the very beginning. They wanted your time, they wanted your attention, they wanted your energy, and they wanted to stroke their ego. One of the biggest questions that I usually get is why? Why all the time wasted? For a lot of people, it is financial. A lot of money was at play. Trips, vacations, home renovations. You see, As I stated in a previous video of Lilly's Gems, and please go check them out because I have over 200 of them, and I'm sure you will resonate with one of them. It depends on who you're dealing with. If you are dealing with a very seasoned, accomplished, well financial healed player, they can keep you in the matrix forever. Yes, they can. They can juggle you and other people for long periods of time. So do not be fooled. You are not their first rodeo. You won't be the first and you won't be the last. And this is even for those of you who could be married. Yes, they can juggle their home life and have other people around the world at their beck and call, and you don't know about it. So please do not be fooled. Do not think that people cannot live double and triple lives, because they do. The problem comes when the other party is not a willing participant, because again, that is not what they thought they were getting. The two faces, mirror, mirror on the wall, quote unquote. So today's gem is about looking deep before you leap. Are you dealing with two faces? That's what you need to be trying to figure out. Before you make a decision, and I'm just saying, before you make a decision to commit to someone, really do your due diligence. Use your spirit of discernment. Get your information. And I don't care if they check off all of the boxes, because remember, they have a check-off list too. And that's why they're looking to get next to you, because there's something about you that they want. The question is, are both of you going down the same street? Are you going on the same path? So that's a question that you need to answer. Remember, people today, they know what other people are looking for in a partner. We are a show me state, so to speak. But just because the person is willing to invest in some fine things in the beginning doesn't mean that they are going to be consistent with their energies. Sometimes they will dangle the carrot in front of you just to keep you hanging on. And for a lot of people, unfortunately, it is hanging on to a dream and hanging on to a ghost. And for those of you who are under the sound of my voice, if you have been through this, you know the devastation of disappearing acts. After you have invested a long period of time with someone and you thought you were getting to know them, only to find out that this person was wearing a mask and was not who you thought they were to be. Again, before you commit yourself to a situation, look deep before you leap. Make sure you are doing your homework. Make sure you know that this person is on the same page as you and that both of you have similar belief systems. Now, for those of you who don't care and you're about the casual, this message isn't really for you. This isn't really about casual connections. This is about deception of the worst kind. So always remember, we don't buy cake for the icing, because at the end of the day, if we don't like the cake, or throw it away. What may look good to you may not be what's best for you. But that really all depends on your individual belief system. Understand that people know that we live in a visual society. And there is nothing wrong with looking good, being physically fit, and being self-assured. But what happens when all of this beauty is laced with deception? You'll need to figure it out. And you'll need to figure it out right away. So my lovelies, this is just a message for one of Lilly's gems. And that is, make sure you know which face you're looking at. Because if you don't, unfortunately, it could create great harm to you. And you will not get your 10 of Cups, and you will be at the 10 of Swords, which is the ultimate betrayal. I want all of you to live your best and glorious lives. I want all of you to walk into your purpose. And whatever you find your situationship in, I hope that it is in love and it is in peace. So I want to thank everyone for tuning into this message. I do appreciate you. And until next time, my lovelies, take care.